Hi guys, this is Mark and Rich from Success4 and welcome to this week's Covert Coaching. Rich, what are we talking about?
This week we're talking about reaching out and working with other people, and there's a lot to go into that, like worrying about your ideas being stolen. That's one of the things I find people worry about a lot.
Seem to be very concerned about, and really I always think if someone steals an idea, if someone's copying the work you're doing, stealing your ideas and things like that, I just take it as a compliment. Because you're obviously doing something right. You're doing something that people want to see. So if people are trying to copy everything you're doing, I really wouldn't take that as a concern. I'd just take it as a compliment. No one's going to be better at being you than you are.
But there's also enough room. Like, there's not one airline. There's not one B&B.
Plenty of room. Do you know what I mean? The problem, I think one of the problems of the coaching industry is so many people know other people within the industry. So everybody sort of follows everything everyone's doing. And what they seem to forget about is it's your point of view. You're not trying to get across to another coach. You're trying to get it across to clients, and this is a bit people seem to forget. I've seen many coaches out there, and everybody on their friends list is another coach.
Oh yeah.
And that's not, they're not necessarily the people you're trying to get your message across to. And you know, there's so many million people out there, and you're worried about what the other 20 coaches who you know are doing. It's really not an issue. So yeah, just one side of it is just be aware that people will copy what you're doing. If you're doing it right and you're doing it well, take it as a compliment and just carry on as you were.
But it's the other thing that it's in the execution. Like, you can copy, but everybody's execution of that copy will be different.
Exactly. And like I say, if someone's trying to copy you and your style and that sort of thing, like I say, no one can be better at being you than you. So if it worked for you, it doesn't mean it's going to work for them anyway.
Well, exactly.
So everyone needs to find their own level, their own, just their own tact on how they get their message across and that sort of thing. And everyone out there is different. There's so many good coaches out there who are all doing things slightly differently, but they're all getting their message out there and doing their bit.
So part of getting your message out there is reaching out. So there's kind of like a clash there of reaching out, but don't want to reach out to the wrong people in case they nick my idea. So
I want to put my ideas out there on Facebook, but I want to be really careful on who sees it, and it's just not the idea. Put it out there, be proud of what you're doing.
Exactly.
And and like I say, just take it as a compliment from that point of view. If people are copying you, just take it as a compliment. The other thing with reaching out is one of the things, and this is something we hold close to our hearts because it's something that's the whole concept of Success4 really is collaborations. People working together. Now the whole thing with Success4 is and certainly with the new Mindshift magazine, is collaborating. Is bringing all these coaches together, putting it all into one place where clients can read what everybody's up to. And really take some useful information from each coach and make it work for themselves. So again, every client is different, what their needs are different, what they're looking for are different. And I don't think anybody ever falls into a category of just needing a business coach, just needing a personal coach, whatever. I think there's always a number of different things that people require to be able to move forward in life.
If you've got a coach, if you say you're going to a wellbeing coach and they're working with you on, say, PTSD trauma and something like that, and then you get better at that, you might want to I want to write my book, so you're going to need a coach in that sort of thing.
And the same coach isn't going to be able to coach you on writing a book,
but I've got to learn how to fit it around my current business. So I might need a book like I just read Side Hustle, which is a great book, and that's about starting a business on the side but not leaving your business. Is something that we're quite passionate about. It's not jumping out of the frying pan into the fire, but you need different coaches along the journey, and it's meant to be that way.
There's so many coaches out there who just try and coach in everything because they don't want to lose that client. Success4 is completely different in the way we approach things. We want to use all of the coaches and trusted coaches that are on our pages to help clients. So if there's somebody out there that needs, like you were saying, if you've got somebody who needs mindset coaching, once they've dealt with whatever it is they were looking at dealing with and they want to go off and start a business, they need a business coach. And it's having the mentality that you aren't the best person to be coaching that person, and work with the other people within the group to push it forward.
And that's about putting the client at the forefront of you, because you go to a business coach and then you're going to need someone possibly like myself who can do your social media and create content with you.
That's it.
Then you're going to be someone who's good selling the products that you got, which isn't my forte. So there's room for everybody, but the whole point is you're meant to work together.
It's all about collaborating. It's all about just coming together. And most of the events that are put on, you bring together different speakers. You bring them all together. You put an event on. You can then reach out to everybody's client base, everybody's email lists, that sort of thing, and and the events get bigger and better by doing it. And the people that are really succeeding in this industry are the ones who are going out there joining forces with other people, not necessarily joining forces in business. They've all got their own separate businesses, they've all got their own ways of doing things, but just things like events, things like social media work, sharing each other's work, all of that sort of stuff. And this is our advice on Covert Coaching this week is really about reach out to people in the same industry you're in and work together.
It is really important.
Stop fighting each other.
Stop fighting each other. Stop scrapping around, because it's the quality of what you're doing will come through. We do free. We work with people for free just to have the association with them. They've got association with us. We share content. We make stuff. You build up these really big relationships from and we build them up from the right way. Like, the core is actually we're trying to help each other. If we're all fighting against each other, how are you going to help clients?
That's it.
I mean, it's a bizarre situation.
And everything. Obviously, everything we're doing at Success for is, as far as from the client and the coach's point of view, is free of charge.
It's free of
we're
charge,
putting all this information out there. We're doing the online magazine. We're doing the website. We're doing the Facebook and all the other social media pages.
How hard is it? Has it been for the last 15 months at times to go, it's a no-brainer, come on our show, do a podcast, it's all free? But they're like, well, I don't want to give too much away. But it's like, hang on a minute, you're creating content all the time. You will be, because you're living life and you're getting new things are coming in, so you're going to put new things out. So don't do the classic, I've written a book and I'm 3/3 through it and it's sitting in my drawer and no one's going to see it until it's ready. It was all, just get stuff done, put it out there, because you'll write your next book about how I only got 3/4 away through my last book. And
that's what it's and don't be afraid to reach out to a coach who can help you write a book. If you're struggling to finish a book, there's plenty of people out there that can help. People, even just on our page, we've got ghostwriters, we've got people who've got Amazon best-selling books, we've got people who coach people on writing books, we've got publishers, we've got we've got all of these contacts already on the site. If you're looking at doing a book, starting a book, finishing a book, whatever it is you're looking at doing, there's somebody there that can help. And again, just don't be afraid to collaborate with them and work with them.
That would be a great coach, wouldn't it, actually? The finishing coach. I hope you get stuff finished. That would actually really helpful.
You're halfway
you can
through.
Have that. See, that's free. You can have that one.
I wonder who's going to do that.
I
wonder who's going to steal that.
Don't steal. I don't mind if you steal the finishing coach. It's a great
The finishing coach would be perfect.
It would, because people don't get stuff done. It could just be get it done, but with the Nike tick underneath it.
Oh, you're giving away so many ideas. It's like
I don't mind.
Ready-made business.
You can
for
have
somebody.
them. You can have these. As long
don't
as you
use the Nike tick though.
Don't use. Put it backwards. It'll look like an eyebrow.
One of them really badly drawn on ones.
Really badly drawn.
But there you go. It's a great idea. Do that one.
Have that. The finishing coach. You can have that. That one. But the point is, there's so many ideas. Like that, just things pop in your head, and you go.
There's so many things people can
create. Just don't hold on to things all the time, because no one ever sees it.
When are you going to finish that? That idea.
That idea. The finishing coach.
When are you going to finish that idea? When are you going to get it done? When are you going to? And I think people would rather hold on to stuff and put it to one side with the idea of doing it later, rather than collaborate with somebody and get it done now.
Exactly.
Just that one idea could be a massive idea. That could go on to earn somebody millions of pounds. A bit annoying if it does.
Can I have some?
Can we have some back? But just that idea, but and you're quite happy just to sit here and say, well, you can have that, that's fine. Other people would have these ideas and just
because it's not for me,
because
I don't want to be the finishing coach.
No, I know, but
I wouldn't mind being the ideas coach.
But some people, because it's not for them, they don't want anybody else to have it, and that's the whole point.
It's so bizarre, and that's the culture. That's something we're trying to change the landscape of. Success for is about people that are watching is the coaches that we know working together, because the client that this person has is probably not the client that will work well with you anyway. And haven't you just made an incredible connection with that person, and that client might go to their friend and go, this person's actually really nice, he's helped me find the person that's helped me.
Well, we've found that as well. One of the things that some of our coaches have gained great respect for when they've been approached is by saying to people, I am not the person to work with you. Here is the person. Go and see this person, deal with that issue first, come back and see me.
And that's the hallmark of a good coach. Like John Kenny, I spoke to recently, we did a podcast together. John Kenny has a thing where you can go on his website and you can have a free consultation because he wants to find out whether he's suitable for you.
Yeah.
That's the hallmark of a good coach, in my opinion.
And the coaches that are doing really well, I mean, a lot of our coaches, our respected coaches, because I mean, there's a lot of people out there who we work with who, we know do that sort of thing. They are asking the right questions, are making sure that they can work with you and they're the best person for it, and they would quite happily hand you over to another coach who's who they could recommend. Any coach that as soon as you want to work with them says no problem, I can do that for you, I would question their integrity straight away anyway.
Because they say, I'll put you on my 6-week program, and then they go home and write their 6-week program around who you are.
What is it you need to learn? Oh, yeah, my 6-week program would be perfect for you. Yeah. And then they go home and reword it.
Can I have it? Yeah, well, give me a few days.
But there's plenty of people. There's people out there doing that all the time.
Yeah.
I'll quickly knock up a quick Udemy and put that up, and you can watch that and things like that.
It's bizarre, and that's why we started Successful, to help people that come into the self-development world, so they wouldn't get into that and spend all their money when they're not ready and they're vulnerable. And it's getting there. It's a slow burn. We've done some incredible work. We're working with people like Evan Carmichael. We've got Rob Moore on the podcast in a few weeks, which I'm really pleased with.
We've just that's a really big announcement. We've got Rob Moore coming in to do a podcast, which would just be amazing. That's Rob Moore. Anybody who's not familiar with him, he's the author of the book Money, which is it's one of those books that you couldn't go into more detail if you tried. It's not just about money. It's not somebody saying, oh, this is how I earn loads of money. This is somebody who's done so much research, really knows his stuff, and he's giving away so much value all in one.
It's how money works, isn't it?
Exactly,
and how to make it work for you.
So things like how many times a £10 note gets used. How the more it gets used, the more money you earn, and things like that. It just completely changed your mindset on how money works for you, how you can make money work for you, and work better for you.
Yeah, and he's an example of the type of coach that, I mean, he's not a coach, he's an entrepreneur, but the type of person that we would put you in towards if you needed help with your money. You go and read Rob's book.
Yeah. And it's there's no point in us trying to teach you about money when you've got Rob Moore sitting there, who's written probably the best book about money that's come out in a long while. He's also done it as a Audible and things like that, and when I was speaking to Rob about his Audible and recording that and how long that took, I mean, because it's a long I think it's 18 hours or something. I mean, I might have exaggerated that.
No, I think he isn't far off that.
Quite a long. I remember driving to Wales and back.
Did you?
And the book hadn't finished.
It's
remember
a Wales
doing
back.
that.
Wales and back.
Yeah, it's a long journey book, definitely. But and an amazing book. But just people like that. So just a really good example of somebody that we've connected with, and and we can put people in contact with if that's what they need.
Cool. So the lesson for this week: what's your covert mission?
Covert mission this week is find somebody to work with. Find somebody who you sharing their stuff and them sharing yours is going to be beneficial to both of you.
Yeah, a great point earlier, and I thought that was a very, very poignant point. You don't have to go into business with them to share.
Yeah, you don't have to be in business with these people. Yeah. And the amount of people who, even just with Successful, what we're doing, they only share the stuff that's related to them.
Yeah, of course.
They're not sharing Successful to support Successful. They're just sharing the posts that are about them. If you support the concept, share the page,
share the ethos, and share the page, and share each other's work, and then connect with these people that you're sharing the work from, because you could find some work through them.
There are so many people on that page. One of the things
you're missing out.
One of the things we want to do later on this year is to put an event on, possibly a 2-day event, and I know St. Tanya is going to be working on. Tanya, who does our event organising and things like that.
She's over there. That's why I waved. Sorry, I forgot I was on camera.
She's in the room. So we'd like to put an event on. We'd like to involve all of these coaches and everything, and it will be a prime example of everything we're talking about. Bring together all of our trusted coaches, bring together contacts that we've made over the last 12-18 months, and put them all into one room and offering just so much value, so much I don't want to be I'll throw a spoiler out there. We want to include things like firewalking. We want to include walking on glass, breaking arrows. We want to include some of the top coaches. We want to include talks, business stands, just everything.
What I like about this is that the difference about this is for, as well as it's for the speaker, for the people that come to listen, it's for the coaches to meet each other as well, and to do self-development work there, do firewalks there. And if you're gonna go away with a massive, like with the Best She that we went to, you go away knowing so more. I mean, it's invaluable to go to something like that and building something like that.
Networking's so important, and just getting out there and meeting people. And when I say network, I don't mean sitting on Facebook.
No.
Sitting on Facebook is not networking for anybody that sort of thinks it is. If you're sitting at home on Facebook all day, liking and sharing other people's stuff, that is not networking. Get out there, go to events. There's so many free events. There is a free event near you going on at this moment in time, whenever you're listening to this. Because there is always events going on. There is so many groups like the Yes Group, like TEDx, all this sort of stuff. And it's going on throughout the country every night of the week, all year round. And there's no excuse for not getting out there and going to these events. Most of them are free of charge, or nominal. I think the Yes Group is like £3 or £5, something like that, to go to. Where can you get that much value for £5 and a cup of coffee?
Ask Rob Moore, it'd be in his book.
Probably.
Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching Covert Coaching. So our mission today is
just find somebody somebody you want to work with. Find somebody who share, if you share their stuff, they share yours, be that on social media, be that on your website, that sort of thing. Don't be afraid of having a different coach on your website. That you're going to get as much work out of their website as they're going to get out of yours, and things like that. Don't be afraid to collaborate with people, but find somebody you can work closer with and start sharing their stuff. Don't worry whether they're sharing yours. Start sharing theirs. Start promoting them. If it's somebody who works with the same ethos as you, in return, if that coach has got any integrity, they're going to start sharing your stuff as well. But just don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to collaborate on events. Don't be afraid to. Even silly things like, I don't know, car sharing, going to an event in London, things like that. It's all helping each other out. It's all it's all collaborations. That work, that work every day of the week. So
fantastic. So guys, so reach out to some other coaches, reach out to people that you know, and start collaborating. And so guys, also go to successful.com and subscribe to your free Mindshift magazine. That'll be sent to you on the last day of each month, and that will have a lot of what we talked about. And if you want to be a coach in the magazine and on the website, get in touch with us at info@successful.com. We are Successful Global on all social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Follow us, give us a like, comment below on YouTube, and please support the mission that we're trying to bring to the world: safe self-development.
Perfect.
Thank you. See you later,
Cheers, guys.